Hey, it's me again. Today I wanted to talk about stress disorder and different kinds of stress disorders and whatnot. But the main thing is I want to talk about is what helps me. Uh, I have a post-traumatic stress disorder, and my symptoms are dizziness, nausea, um, and headaches. The big thing, I used to get them a lot worse, but I've gotten better. But this is over a span of 3 years, maybe going on 4 now. Um, and I didn't have the stress disorder before. All of a sudden, I had it one day. Don't know what caused it. So I've been living with it. Um, and one thing to say is that you know it's not easy. It's not well understood, so people are not going to understand what you're going through. The main thing is that they understand that you are having a hard time and that you need support. If you have that support, you're very lucky. If you don't, then you might have to maybe rely on some of these tips that I'm going to give you. Now, keep in mind this helps me. Doesn't mean it's going to help everybody. The first tip I'd like to give is try to stay positive. This isn't going to be forever. At some point, you are going to get better. Things are going to improve. I know it's easy to get dark thoughts in your head when you're thinking that this is your life now. This is where you're always going to be, and that can be really depressing. But keep in mind, it's not. You will get better. There are medications you can go out and get from your doctor, and I did try that approach, but it made it feel like my brain was being pulled apart, like cold fingers being put to my brain and tearing it apart. I was drooling, and I couldn't function. Also, I was in an environment that was not low stress. During my worst times, I dealt with a lot of mental abuse and other types of abuse that just sucked. But I've endured it. I got past it. I'm okay now. Yeah, well, I'm getting there. So, yeah, positivity. Try to stay positive. Stay positive that things are going to get better. Reach out. Get supports from your friends, from your families. Get people to help you. Another thing is I get pain in my chest. My heart will go fast and hurt. I take liquid Advil. It has ibuprofen in it. Low dosage. Lowest I can get. I take that for pain, so that helps. Sleep. Get lots of sleep. Try to sleep as often as you can. Good sleep will kind of give you a good day. Eat healthy. I know that can be hard sometimes, but try to eat as healthy as you can. What else? It can be depressing. You feel like nobody understands you. You feel like nobody can relate. And people think they can push you. Which brings me to my big topic. Don't try to push yourself. Go at your own leisure. Don't let people try to push you into getting better somehow. It's not going to work. It will make it worse. If you're going to push yourself, do it very subtle, little by little, small steps. Because you'll just stress yourself out. Surround yourself with good people, positive people. Don't be afraid to vent. And just try your best. The hardest thing for me with stress disorder is fighting off the people who try to push me. They don't try to motivate me. They push. And it makes it worse. I had to fight somebody because they were just at me in my face 24/7. I try to forget about it. Go on. Don't try not to focus on it. Easier said than done, I know. But distract yourself with videos, video games. Sleep is the big one. Get sleep. Your stress disorder could have been caused from lack of sleep. Might have to take some sleep medication. But I take melatonin, which is a natural type sleep aid. I take the lowest dose. That helps sometimes. Sometimes it gives me a headache. But I have seen improvement due to it. Get familiar with your pulse. Put your fingers on your arm, like right there where your pulse is. Just kind of feel it and regulate it. If it's really bad, you can get a watch that actually tells you your pulse. You can press the button. That can help relieve your stress a bit. But just lay down when you need to. I use a cane to walk around because when I'm outside, sometimes I get dizzy, and I need to support myself. When you're trying to do that without a cane, you look drunk, and you look really messed up. And people are looking at you. That can make it worse. Because before I had the cane, I was grabbing hold of stuff, leaning against things. People were asking if I was okay, which was nice to have that concern, but very embarrassing. So I would recommend a cane if you get dizzy. And try to keep up with oral hygiene and body hygiene. Take a shower every day or twice a day if you can. Brush your teeth. And do stuff like that. I find that can really help with your mood. And just keep in mind that everything's fine. You're gonna be okay. And also, when my stress disorder was at its worst, this was like a bean bag. I'd recommend getting one of these. You can kind of flick it around, and just kind of fiddle with it, and it will distract your mind from whatever's going on. I know there's different things that you can do. Post-traumatic stress disorder, to give you a bit of context, is not just for people who went to war. It can be for many different things, but usually it's due to a very traumatic event in your life. Usually along the lines of seeing somebody die in a car crash, seeing someone die in general, or having a very irrational fear of something can do that. But not something like your mom took away your Xbox or your dad yelled at you that one time. That's kind of more of just a different thing. Yeah, you can get a stress disorder from that, but I do feel it's two different things. That's more of a mild stress disorder. But if you have a stress disorder like mine that engulfs your whole entire life, I would definitely recommend these tips. Try the liquid Advil. Pills with the I think it's ibuprofen in it. That will relieve the pain wherever you may get it. Sleep a lot. Surround yourself with positive people. Try to get yourself in a somewhat stress-free environment. So you got to stand up for yourself. If you're in a bad place and people are picking at you, you got to cut them off. You got to get them out of your life because they could be contributing to your stress disorder. Try not to talk about your stress disorder as much as you can. I know I'm talking about it now. It does give me a little bit of anxiety, as you can tell. But try to forget it. Just sometimes when I'm out in the kitchen and I'm getting the episode, I try to like shake it out, shake my arms, shake my shoulders, and just shake my head, and just get it all out. Just kind of breathe, be like, hey, everything's okay. I'm okay. Everything's fine. Just chill, sing a little song, and I find that helps. Just, be like, hey, it's okay. Bring yourself back down a level, because you're getting up there, your shoulders getting up, you're tense. Just bring yourself back down another level, maybe another level after that, just kind of like, okay, everything's good, whatever. I don't care if I fall down. I don't care if I get hurt and stuff. And obviously you do care, but you got to just not care. Just be like, hey, whatever, it's fine. It's okay. And I know that's going to be hard if your heart's racing, you're in pain. But that's when you got to lay down. You got to get some sleep. More sleep, the better, definitely. Also, your stress disorder may result in some side effects. And those side effects can be hard to deal with. But, some people lose their eyebrows, or they pick at a certain part of their bodies or something like that due to the stress. And or sometimes things just happen that are out of your control. Just deal with it the best you can. Whatever you're comfortable with, I think is the best way to go about that. And I'm not a professional, when it comes to psychology. I don't understand a lot of it sometimes, but I do know what I feel, and I know that could help you. Also, a big one for stress disorder: stop smoking. You got to stop smoking. It's like no matter what, you have to quit it. I switched to vaping, and this helped me dramatically. And it's I got stuff with nicotine. I had to learn how to use it. I have the gauge on it, kind of thing. But if you didn't smoke previously, I don't think you should be vaping. I do see kids doing this. I think it's nonsense. But switch to vaping, and that will make it easier on your heart. And when you're sleeping, try sleeping, on your back or wherever you're comfortable. For me, I sleep on my back, and I find that's better. Also, another thing that can give you a lot of stress is being online a lot. If you're on the computer a lot, that can give you stress. Give yourself a good 4 or 5 days, no internet. Turn it off. Maybe read a book, watch TV. But sometimes just that in general can literally give you a stress disorder without you even thinking about it. Constantly looking at a screen and stuff makes your eyes hurt. Tell me about your stress disorder in the comments, and I'll try my best to reply, and maybe I can try and help you. Like I said, I'm not a professional. I just know what works for me, and maybe you can talk to me about, whatever's going on in your life and stuff, and maybe I can try my best to give you advice. If it's too deep, too dark, I might not respond, just because I might not know what to say, right? Because I don't know the full situation, and I could end up giving some bad advice, right? But if there's just some light things, whatever, maybe you just want to give me your symptoms, and I can tell you if I can relate or not. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's my whole spew about my stress disorder, and I know a lot of people out there have it. Some people have it minor. Some people have it very, don't have huge symptoms, but it's all relevant. But I do understand that some people encounter someone with a stress disorder and think that, oh, well, they're just, using that as an excuse to not do work, or not to do this, or not have to, endure conflict, or whatever it may be. I know that there are people out there that are like that. I've encountered them. And there's nothing that you can do to prove to these people, that that's the fact. If they care about you and they love you, they're going to support you and they're going to be there for you. And if they don't, then they're not going to be. And those are people you just need to cut out of your life, at least for right now until you get better. So anyways, this video has been really long. I feel strong about this. And maybe if you guys want to make more videos about it, I will. Just let me know in the comments. But yeah, thanks for listening. Bye.